Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder why you are the way you are? Or just look at someone else and assume you know who they are by the way they dress? I know I do. Although I don't like talking about myself, I think it's a key part of making new friends. Or just helping other people know and understand so that you're not misunderstood. Recently, I just met my father. It took 16 years, and I really didn't know who he was, but I found out that I had a 17-year-old brother and an 8-year-old sister. And it's been an enlightening and painful experience. And I still have a lot of questions like, where were you? Did you know I existed? Do you still care? There are moments in my life where I thought I needed him, but he wasn't ever there. So I had to get up through it and get over it. And I developed anger issues, and I had a really tough time going through elementary school because I wasn't like everybody else living with a single parent household. And also, like, the teachers were really rough on me. And I'd get public skepticism from the teachers and always humiliation. I went through a lot of fights, and my first year in middle school, it was a lot worse. I got suspended almost every week and argued with teachers and insubordination. And finally, my mom withdrew me from school and packed our bags and told me we were moving to Frankfort, Kentucky. During the time, she told us that we would get a fresh start and meet new people and move on in our lives. She said we would become better for what we had been through, but I was still going through a pretty rough time without a father figure in my life. It was hard not knowing how to be a good man or respectful and understanding. My mother can only teach so much. My older brother, Kendrick, who was 19 years old at the time, had the same experience, but his father was in jail for 9 years of his life. But he kind of knew what I was going through, but he was still going through his young adolescent phases, so it wasn't that much help. But now I've come to realize that people don't know that life is all about the good and bad choices. Whether you spend too much time working, not enough time with your kids, or always end up abandoning them. You have to balance your good and bad choices and your mistakes and not dwell on the ones that cause. Do not dwell on the mistakes, the bad ones, because if you dwell on them, there are always those people who can't admit they have a problem or just completely ignore the fact and go on through their lives with trying to feel sorry and wanting people to look at them in a different way than others. But Mahatma Gandhi said, "It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err."